Okay. I always just start these by just playing an example of what we're going to be talking about. But by the way, when I do these, I'm not like the master of all this stuff. I just um, try to learn as much as I can, and I just care about this shit more than anything in the world. So I'm just kind of telling you things I've realized over time, or that I've learned, or whatever. I'm not the master, okay? um, but so with this, the topic is just. I hope you can hear me. I have the AC running because it's like hot as balls here. Hopefully you can hear all this. But the topic is just a minor 6251 progression. But the real lesson in this is way beyond that. Super important what I'm going to tell you. So I'll just play. So we're doing a minor 6251, but we're stretching out the 5 some. We're going to put a tritone sub after the 5. So I'm just going to play it, just the chords. I'm going to play it this way, and I'll show you the difference with what I'll do after, okay? So you would normally play it like... Right? That's okay, right? So we would have like in a minor 6-2-5-1, the 6 would be a minor 7 flat 5. So in this case, we're in the key of A. In this case, it's a G flat minor 7 flat 5. Right, for the 6, and then the 2 would be B minor 7 flat 5. The 5 you would have like an altered dominant, like a flat 9 or a sharp 9. We're doing a E7 sharp 9 for this, and then the tritone sub we're just doing a B flat 7. Okay, and then the 1 is just A minor. That's how you normally do it, but I'm going to play the same exact thing, the same exact notes. Actually, this has less notes, okay? And I'm going to show you what I'm trying to get across with this, okay? So this is the same thing as this, but listen to the difference here. Isn't that so much more satisfying? There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not like, you know what I mean? But there's actually some baked in stuff going on that when you just play it the way guitarists typically would play this, just the chords, right? You're never going to notice it. So I came across this voicing for a minor 7 flat 5 that's like stretched like this, so the notes are closer together. It's a stretch. It can get more stretchy than this. Like you could do the one like someone talking about that. Like Spanky Alford would do that. The 1 to the 6 would be like that. Sounds totally different than this sounds totally different. But whatever. Okay. My pinky's on the 9th fret, the 5th string. My middle finger's on the 7th fret, the 4th string, and then my index finger's barring the 5th fret. For this, we're not even going to play the top note. Okay, we're just going to do that. I came across that voicing, so it's like, it's really nice. And so many like revelations happen. You make so many cool connections and figure things out. It inspires creativity by like just making little puzzles for yourself and just sitting there thinking about it. Like, so I saw this voicing, and I was like, okay, say this was a 6, a minor 6-2-5. I know I'm going to go to the 2, and then I got some tones up here, some altered tones that I'm going to use, right? So I'm like, I can visually see that, and I'm like, okay, I want some movement there, right? So this would be the 6, which is just the voicing for the G flat minor 7 flat 5, right? And then for the 2, instead of doing this, which you get to feel that motion, that, right? Instead of doing that, let's play this chord, but instead of the root in the bass, put the flat 5 in the bass, right? So then you have this really nice, you have this contrary motion that stands out. It's already happening in the chords, you can't hear it. You know what I mean? It sounds kind of blocky. It's just like, all right, you know. But I was like, oh man, that's a great way to do that. Okay. And then, so we're doing that as a 2. We're having the flat 5 in the bass for this B minor 7 flat 5. Then to the 5, we're just playing it like we normally would, like a E7 sharp 9. So far we've got the 6, 2 with a flat 5 in the bass, 5, okay, and then a tritone sub for the 5. So it's B flat 7. It's the same thing what I played before. All the notes are there. There's actually less notes now, but I'm putting the flat 7 on top. Right? That's the same chord. I'm just putting the flat 7. I'm doubling up here on the flat 7. Putting the flat 7 on top. So it's creating this strong leading tone to that A, to the 1. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, that's a really nice way to do that. Right? Sounds totally different than, right? There's nothing like wrong with that. It's just like, so I'm trying to say, like, the way that you stack notes is important, and you gotta like try to think about that, because it can make all the difference in the world. Not only that, when we do it that way, we can clearly, and it clearly stands out, there's this like diminished line built into it, or altered line, right? That part of the scale is going to be the same, because an altered scale is like a diminished whole tone scale. There's a diminished part, a whole tone part, whatever. But we have like this diminished line built into it, resolving, right? And that would already be there in the chords that we're playing, but that doesn't stand out. You don't notice that when you stack the notes differently. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, we have this built-in line. Isn't that nice? You never, it like, just sitting there trying to think stuff through. Like, obviously the point of making this video is how important it is, the way that you stack notes. You can be playing the same exact thing and it'll have a totally different effect depending on where you put the notes, especially what note you choose to put on top. And like, I mean, pianists know this, right? Guitarists, I don't know, whatever's wrong with guitarists, you know. Yeah, like, and another example is like, I think the other day I played like I came up with some like R&B riff, right? That was like, right? Like when I do that, listen to how different that sounds from me playing the same exact chord. What the fuck is that? What? It's the same chord. I'm playing the same chord. I'm just putting the third on top. Completely different effect, right? If I did it like that, where did that go? What was that, right? But I put it on top. Right? It's like way. It's just, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's just like really important. Yeah, love y'all.